Today's class, we are going to take the classification. We are moving on to the next concept called as classification. Now, what is meant by classification? Classification means when the output variable is discrete categorical. If your output variable is discrete categorical, it is called as classification problem. You are predicting the output variable which is having discrete categorical in the output. So earlier the output variable is continuous. Like example, sales. Sales is a continuous variable. And salary of a person is a continuous variable. If you go with house price prediction, it is a continuous variable. Price is used car price prediction is a continuous variable. Still multiple examples we are having. So whichever we are having the output variable, wherever the continuous variable is there, that particular scenarios are called as regression problems. So for example, if you are moving with respect to classification, in the output variable, we are having the discrete categorical. Either discrete categorical or discrete count, but discrete data. In the output variable, discrete data is there, then it is called as classification algorithms. So a supervised learning approach where the output variable is discrete set of categories or classes. So the target variable is a categorical variable. For example, here, one of the example is where output variable is having zeros or one. Here, this example belongs to whether the person will default the loan or not. Now, what is meant by default the loan? What is meant by default means they will take the amount, they will take the loan and they will not repay the loan. Whoever the persons will not repay the loan, they are called as defaulters. They are called as defaulters. Who are repaying the loan, they are called as non-defaulters. Right? Some people will there. For example, let us take one example. One particular person is there called as VM. Okay, that person name is called as VM. He has taken some amount of 6,000 crores from Indian banks and he has not repaid the loan, which is Vijay Mallya. Okay. So he is called as a defaulter. Vijay Mallya, Nirav Modi, all these people comes under defaulters. Defaulters means they'll take the loan, but they'll not repay the loan. Because here in the loans, we are having two types of loans. Generally, loans are of two types. One is called as security loan. That is secure loan. Second one is called as unsecured loan. So whenever you are working on any particular data set, that particular data set scenario and the case study, you have to understand very clearly. For example, tomorrow, if you are working on the loan prediction problem, what is meant by loans, what are the different types of loans are there and how the bank processes the loans, everything you have to clearly understand them. Without understanding, we should not proceed into the that one. Right? That is called as data understanding or business problem understanding. All this comes under that. So here the loan prediction data set, whether we have to predict the person we have to give a loan or not miss, to whom persons we are going to give the loan miss, the person who is going to repay the loan, we are going to give the loan. Whoever the persons will not repay the loan, we are not going to give. So how we have to identify them? Who is going to repay, who is not going to repay miss, that we have to do the analysis. So in the loans, we are having two types of loan. One is called as secure loan and one is called as unsecured loan. Secure loans like car loan, bike loan, gold loan, housing loan, all this comes under security. Miss, if you don't pay miss, they'll take off that one. Car loan, if you don't pay miss, they'll take off the car. If you don't pay the bike loan miss, they'll take off the bike. If you don't pay the gold loan miss, they'll take it in the auction into the gold. They'll take the banks is having the right to take that particular property, right? Whereas unsecured loan like personal loan, business loan, all this comes under unsecured loans, credit cards. All these are unsecured loans based on only one word called as trust. It works only on the trust. If you trust that person and if you feel that person will repay, we are going to lend the loan. If you don't feel that person will repay, will not lend the loan. So here it is going to work only on the based on one word called as trust. Now, which persons we are going to trust, which persons we are not going to trust means, for example, there is a person, X person. Okay, that person is not having any kind of own house. Own house is not there. He is staying in a rent house. No own house, he is staying in a rent house. That too, every 6 months, once he is changing the house. This person we can't trust. Whereas any person is having own house, we can trust because tomorrow if we don't repay, we can go to their house and we can ask the amount. But the person who is staying in the rented house, every 6 months, once he is changing the house, then we can't trust them. So whenever we are going for a loan, they'll ask whether you are having own house or a rented house. If it is a rental house, how many months you are staying in that? How many years or months they are going to ask? If you are having more than 3 years, you are staying in the same house for more than 3 years, means about you, the persons who is residing behind you, that is neighbors. Many of the neighbors know about you, your address or your relatives or where you are going generally for holidays. They'll understand about you. For example, you have joined recently in the house and 3 months only. Now, after that, now, for example, suddenly you are not visible, means you have escaped. Now they don't know where you are staying also. So they'll check all these parameters. So these parameters will be considered. Along with that, what is your salary and what is your company? Whether that company is a startup company or a normal company. For example, company is having some kind of pay slips are there. Whether these pay slips are correct or you have created using the Photoshop. The pay slips might be created by using the Photoshop also, by using some kind of DTP also, right? So we can create the pay slips by creating some company name. But whether it is a genuine company or not, they have to check that one. Means first they'll take the company name. They'll check if the company name was registered in the Government of India official website or not. There is official website. One website is there. Inside that, they'll check that company name is available or not. If the company name is available, okay. Registered firm is okay. If it is non-registered firm is, they are not going to trust. Though your pay slip is of 10 lakhs also, they'll not trust. Monthly 10 lakhs if you salary also, they'll not trust. Because that was fabricated one, right? Similarly, from how many years you are working on the same company. All these different parameters are there. Now in the past data, let us take an example of HDFC Bank is there. Now, one person, let us take SRK. SRK has went to a HDFC Bank and he asked for a personal loan of 20 lakhs. Okay, he wants 20 lakhs and he has asked us 20 lakhs, I wanted a personal loan. Now the bank is going to check whether about the SRK, if you give the 20 lakhs for SRK, whether he'll repay or he will not repay. How it is going to do that one is, first it will observe the past data, whatever the past data. Earlier already from last few years, so many people has taken the personal loans in HDFC Bank, right? The data is already is there. Inside that data, output variable, whether that particular past data that person has repaid or not repaid already is there. So many people are there who has not repaid, who has repaid also. Okay, almost 90% of the people will repay their loan on time. 10% of the people, they will not repay on time or they will become as defaulters or whatever it is. So 90% of the people will repay. Now, what we are going to do is, we are going to analyze the past data. Once we analyze the past data and we'll identify the relation between input versus output, what is the relation? Now, from the SRK, we are going to take the input data, that is salary, company name, all these details. And if the details are okay, and if I feel that details, I will give the same thing to the machine. After inserting into the machine, now machine is going to predict whether to accept or reject the loan. How it is going to predict means, first it is analyzing the past data. So in the last class, in the regression problem also, the past data, we have observed the relation between TV, radio, newspaper versus sales. Similarly, here also the input versus output will identify the relation. And based on that, we are going to use the model.predict. And inside that model.predict, we'll give the SRK input. Whatever the SRK input data is there, we'll give. Whatever my salary and my pay slips and my bank statement, whatever the inputs are there, everything I'm going to submit to the model. Now the model is going to analyze everything and finally it is going to predict the answer. Right? Here the question is the output variable. Output variable, whatever the output variable is there, either we are having two options only. It is not a continuous variable. So continuous variable means infinite number of options are there. Output variable, output answer can be anything. But whereas here we are having either 1 or 0. Only two categories are there. You have to predict either 0 or you have to predict as 1. You can't predict 1.2, 0.8. Like this, you can't predict anything. You can't predict 9. You can't predict 20,000, 30,000 numbers. Nothing is possible. Either 0 or 1. So here it is having only a discrete variable. Classes. We are having two categories. One category is called as zeros category. One category is called as 1 category, which is a discrete variable where we are going to apply the bar chart for the output variable, not the histogram for the output variable. So now whatever this is there, this particular data, past data, we are going to send into the model. First we'll do the modeling. That model is algorithms. We are going to try with multiple algorithms, and out of all the algorithms, which algorithm is the best one that we are going to deploy. Whatever the algorithm you have deployed, you are going to share the new data to this one. And you are going to predict the answer as whether we have to whether this person is a defaulter or a non-defaulter. So if that person is a defaulter, the machine was predicted as a defaulter, you are not going to lend the loan. If the person was predicted with a non-defaulter, you are going to lend the loan. So here it is going to depend on the salary, multiple parameters. It is not going to depend only on one parameter. Salary, for example, let us assume the salary is 1 lakh. Assume it is not my salary. Assume, example only. Okay. So now it is 1 lakh. The salary of 1 lakh is there. Now, for example, already I am paying some EMIs. Okay. That particular person, X person who is earning of 1 lakh, he is already paying a EMI of 60,000 per month for multiple banks he is paying. Or for a single bank only he is paying, either housing loan, whatever it is. Now net is 40. Now for 40 only we have to check and we have to provide according to that. We can't take this salary. After EMI's deduction, whatever the net is there, that we have to consider. So these all the parameters will be considered while predicting the loan. So one of the column will be salary and one of the column will be number of EMIs. Number of EMIs and total EMI amount. What is the total EMI amount you are paying? It is going to have one of the column also. And like this multiple futures, using all the multiple futures, we are going to predict whether the person is repay the loan or he will not repay the loan. So 90% of the use cases in the real-time industries, we are going to use the classification. Classification algorithm is 90% of the times we will have this one only. So in the Naresh IT also, we are going to predict whether the person will join the course or whether he will not join the course. Right? Next, here we may in the output variable, if you are having only 2 categories, if in the output variable you are having only 2 categories, then it is called as binary classification problem. Binary classification problem where it is having only 2 classes in the output variable. It is a classification problem where it is having binary class. Binary class means 2 classes. Whereas in the output variable, if you are having more than 2 classes, then it is called as multi-classification problem. Multi-classification problem. So here, drug Y, drug C, drug X. Right? So we are having 3 categories. Based on the input data, we have to predict whether which drug we have to give. Whether it is a drug X or drug C or drug Y. Here 3 categories are there. So for example, let us take an example. There is one person is having a fever. Generally fever means we'll have the dolo. But some people, for example, you are having any kind of pains. Okay, body pains you are having. Okay, what will give? Some kind of painkillers. What we'll say is painkillers is a best option. So if you are having any kind of pain, take one kind of painkiller. So it is going to reduce the pain. But for some bodies, for some persons, we can't give the painkillers. In that, me also one. Okay, if I am having any kind of pain means I can't take the painkillers. Okay, so my body was composed in that way. Internal organelles or with respect to whatever the sodium percentage or potassium percentage, person to person it varies. After diagnosing everything, then only we have to predict approximate drug. We can't predict generally, okay, you take this one like this. So here, which drug has to be selected, drug Y or drug X? For example, there is a person like this. Now for this person, which drug you are going to suggest? Out of observing this data, based on the observation of this data, you have to predict for this data. So first you are going to analyze based on this data. Whatever the data you have given, you are going to analyze. For multi-classification problem, we'll apply related to algorithms. For binary class, we are having certain algorithms are there. For multi-class, we are having certain algorithms are there. So which is multi-class is there means we are going to select those algorithms particularly and we'll create the algorithm based on the past data. And once the algorithm is identified for the future data, just we are going to predict the answer. Is that clear? Anything is same. Just if you consider the TV, radio, newspaper and says this is the data set. First, we are going to create the model related to the model for that. And your new data will be shared to this and we are going to predict the answer, whatever the expected output. So earlier also I have told you model dot predict on if I'm expecting for TV $1,50,000, I'm spending $1,50,000 on TV and $60,000 on radio and 90,000 on newspaper. Then what is the expected value? We have checked, right? So similar way, this is also same. First, you are going to create the whatever the input data and output data, past data they have given to us. First, we'll make the model based on the given data. Once the model is ready, now we are going to share our new data, completely unknown data. We are going to share to this and we are going to predict the output. Right? In the banks, complete banks, finance industries, 100% they are going to use the machine learning, data science only. They are going to predict the loans, whether the person to give the credit card or not, to accept the credit card, or whether the person will default the loan, or anything will be done based on the data science projects. That is machine learning or deep learning, but data science project, right? So now here we are going to work on the multiple algorithms on the classification related to classification. So this is one of the example like churn modeling. Churn modeling is whether the person will leave the company or not. Okay. So whether the customer belongs to which category, whether the person will buy this particular product or not, whether the person will respond to advertising campaign or not. For example, you have given some kind of mail ID. Okay. You have given his mail ID and your phone number somewhere in a mall, in a GBK mall or somewhere, you have written your mail ID and phone number in some form. Now, multiple ads you will get. Out of the ads, some ads you are going to click. Some ads you will not click, right? So which type of ads you are going to click, which type of ads you are not going to click also we can predict. But not 100% with an accuracy, 80% accuracy or 85% accuracy or 90% accuracy, whatever accuracy. It is not 100%. If perfect data is there, 100% also we can predict, right? Now, so here the evaluation, whatever the evaluation here we are having in the classification, here we are not going to do with respect to MAE or MSC or RMSC or R square. Whatever these are there, we are not going to use none of them, because the reason behind this is the output variable Y hat or Y, the original Y. First, the original Y, if you consider, in the original Y, we are having either zeros or ones. 1, 1, 1, something we are having. Predicted answer also is going to be 0, 1, 1, something will be like this. Now, if you calculate the error, that is Y minus Y hat, you will get with respect to only 0 or 1. Whole square, if you do miss, 0 or 1 only will be there. So here the evaluation metrics are not this one. The entire evaluation metrics is completely new. Regression evaluation metrics are not used for classification. For classification, we have to move on to the different evaluation metrics. Okay. So classification introduction is clear. What is meant by classification, and the output variable is just discrete variable, and you are going to predict the output with respect to whatever the category they have given to us. Okay. So for example, I am working on a data set in the Naresh IT only, whether the person will join the course or not join the course. We are having only two options like this. Student details you are having, whatever the student details are there, we are having the student details, and based on that we have to predict the output variable whether the person will join the course or not join the course. This is the problem. Now you have to predict output as you have to say either join or not join. Whether the person is not going to join means not join. You have to predict in this two only. Maybe, sir, chance is there, this will be there, that will be there. It depends upon the financial situation. You can't say all these things, yes or no. Whether the person will join or no. Because in the output variable, we are having two categories. You have also to predict inside that only. The answer is inside that. You can't predict the third category. You can't go with the third category. Right? So whatever the categories are there in the given data, the same thing you have to predict. That is called as classification algorithms. Okay. Now, evaluation metrics. So let us take a simple example for understanding the evaluation. So here the evaluation is entirely different. In the previous class, one of the students has asked me, sir, can you explain the confusion matrix, expression, recall, and whatever the sum is there? He asked me in the chat box. He has typed it. That things will not be applicable for regression. For classification, the evaluation metrics are entirely different. So you can take the list of evaluation metrics. Heading as evaluation metrics for classification. Evaluation metrics for classification. First one. The first one is called as accuracy, which is also called as classification rate. That is the first one. Second one is called as misclassification rate. Misclassification rate. So what is this? All of them I will explain. First you write the headings. After that, one by one we'll see. Second one is called as misclassification rate. Third one is called as true positives. Next one is called as false positives. Next one is called as true negatives. Next one is called as false negatives. Next one is called as confusion matrix. Next one is called as precision. Next one is called as precision. Next one is called as recall. Next one is called as sensitivity. Next one, specificity. Next one, true positive rate, TPR, true positive rate. Next one, false positive rate, FPR. Next one, TNR, true negative rate. Next one, false negative rate. Next one, ROC. Next one, AUROC. So total 17 metrics are there. Not 17, 18 also is there. 18 is called as F1 score. And which one has to be selected, miss? All of them has to be selected. Don't worry, for in the Python code, only one function is there. You will get everything in that. Coding is dead easy. Don't worry about the coding. You don't need to do any manual calculation also in the company. But 100, not 100%, 1000%, it is guaranteed interview question on this. At least you'll expect 3 to 4 questions based on today's class. And today I'm going to explain all the 18 for you. And you have to focus. You should not write simultaneously along with me. Right? If you focus, means 18 of them are dead easy. The same common word which I use, dead easy. You will also say at the end, it is dead easy only. If you focus. And if you just see with respect to understand letter to letter, easily you will identify everything. Nothing tough is there. Right? ROC, receiver operating characteristic curve. You will get, guys. Receiver operating characteristic curve. ROC curve will be there. The curve was drawn based on the TPR versus FPR. What is that? All these things you'll understand. Right? One by one. And PPT also is available. Everything mentioned with the PPT also is available, and I am going to upload that PPT also, but not downloadable. Okay. Right? Let us start. Everyone has written all the 18. Apart from this 18, additional 20 are there that we'll discuss later. That is completely we'll discuss later. That is high level completely. That we'll understand completely in the after multi-class problem. Okay. So let us start this one. Now let us take an example. You only tell me the values. Choice is yours. You only tell me the values where the output variable is having whether the person is having COVID positive or COVID negative. This is the question. COVID positive, COVID negative. For easy purpose, we are going to select this one. Okay. After easy, we'll go to the tough level. Next example, we'll increase the level. After that, we'll go with the multi-classification also. First, let us complete the binary classification. First, let us go with the easiest example so that the concept will be very simple. Okay. Now we have to predict whether the person is a COVID positive person or a COVID negative person. This COVID has helped to understand the classification very easily. Okay. The advantage of COVID is one of the advantages, this one. Okay. There are multiple advantages. Out of this, this is the advantage, one of the advantage. Okay. Now let us take in the output variable. Okay. Original data. You tell me as per your choice, anything. 18. We have to say whether it is a positive or negative. Only two words are there. Two words. Use the two words, either positive or negative. Positive. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Negative. Okay, except 1% remaining. Anyone can. Who has told this one? You are? You. Okay, now accept that person, anyone. Predicted answers. Don't see this one. Without seeing this one, forget there is nothing. This one is there. Let us. Just a minute. Okay. Okay. I can delete. Done. Is the possibility is there or not? I'm checking. Is the possibility is there? So I can draw this one. No problem. Now without seeing this one, tell again 10 values as per your choice. Whichever you feel you can tell. Negative. 1% is interested in negative, 1% is truly interested in positive. He will say only negative word, he will say only positive word. Okay. Based on your interest, completed. Task completed. Now let us assume this is the scenario where this is the original data and this is the model predicted data. Model was predicted. This is the original and this is the model predicted. Right? Now, out of which, how many of them are correct? Total, how many records are there? 10 records total. Total number of records. Don't write simultaneously with me. Because what I'm going to write, I also don't know. So don't write anything. I'll erase and I'll rewrite anything. So don't write. Once it is completed, I will ask you to write, then you can write. Okay. So total records are 10. Now out of these 10 records, how many of them are correct? So this one is wrong prediction, wrong prediction, wrong prediction, wrong, wrong, correct, wrong, correct, wrong, correct. So 3 of them are correctly predicted. So it is 3 out of 10, which is 0.3. This is called as accuracy. First one. Is that clear? So total correctly predicted values, total correctly predicted divided by total number of records is called as accuracy. Anyone has question on accuracy? Just only accuracy. Don't ask again remaining 18. Only accuracy. Is there any questions? Online students and offline students? Anyone has question means immediate type. Don't ask at the end. Again at the end, again I want to revise means it is very difficult. Because I'm going to erase multiple times, I have to write. Accuracy is clear. Now, misclassification rate. Misclassification. Next one is called as misclassification rate. Now, for misclassification rate, the formula is total wrongly predicted divided by total records, which is nothing but 7 by 10, which is 0.7. 0.7 is called as misclassification rate, and this is called as accuracy. Both of them are clear? If it is clear, you can write now. Take the data set and write this one also. And after that, I will give one assignment for you. I mean, homework. That is not called as assignment, homework. Assignment means somewhat high level should be there. Take the records, write the records in your notes. This is the actual data, heading as actual Y, and this is the predicted. Predicted means model was predicted. Model predicted answers. So total wrongly predicted data, which is 0.7, misclassification rate is also can be given as 1 minus accuracy. That is 1 minus 0.3, which is 0.7. So misclassification rate can be given as 1 minus accuracy. Misclassification is equal to, misclassification rate is equal to 1 minus accuracy. Total wrongly predicted records. You write clearly, total wrongly predicted records, total correctly predicted records. So you keep a tick marks also. These are correctly predicted, so 3 by 10. These are wrongly predicted, so that one. Accuracy and misclassification rate. Both are clear? Any questions on that? Offline and online students? Yes. Clear, right? Now, let us, yeah, Mata Singh, please, can you type your question? Mata Singh or Mamta Singh? Okay. So please type your question, please. So accuracy misclassification is completed, right? Now don't write anything again. Now, first, now we are going to discuss the first one. The first one is called as true positive. True positive. Don't write. True positive. Just focus. It will be dead easy. Okay. Second one we are having false positive. Next we are having third one called as true negative. Next, false negative. What is meant by true positive means actual should be positive. Actual should be positive. The word, whatever here the word is there, that should be in the actual. True means predicted also should be the same. Predict also positive is called as true positive. False positive means actual should be positive. Actual should be positive. And predicted should be opposite to that. That is negative. True negative meaning is actual should be negative. The actual should be negative. And predicted value should be same. Because the word true is there means both should be the same. Here, false negative means actual should be negative and predicted also should be positive. Right? Now tell me how many records satisfies this condition in the given data set. How many data points satisfy both positive left side and predicted also positive? Tell me how many records are there like that. Which are the two records? So this is the first record, that is TP. And this is the second record, TP. So these are the two records right here, 0, 2. Two records are there with actual positive and predicted also positive. Is that clear? True positive meaning is clear. In the actual case, whatever the category is there, predicted also same category should be there. Then only it is called as true. If the prediction is opposite means it is called as false. Falsely predicted. Falsely the model was predicting. Wrongly the model was saying. The meaning of false means wrongly predicted answer. Right? Now, actual positive, predicted negative. How many are there? This is actual positive and predicted negative. This is false positive. 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 This is, that's it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total, how many you have predicted as positive? Okay, let us do this one. Give this one side. Next, true negative. Let us focus on the true negative. How many true negatives are there? That is, this is true negative. Actual negative plus predicted also negative. One record. How many false positives, false negatives are there? Oh, this one also, na? Second one is wrong. Okay. Okay, one. Done. This is the one. Done, guys. So one only, that to this one, this record, which is actual negative and predicted negative. And next one is false negatives. What are the false negatives are there? Actual negative and predicted positive. This is called as false negative. This is called as false negative, which is 0, 2. So 2 plus 5, 7, 8, 10. Total number of records are 10. Is that clear? If it is clear, these 4 you write in the notes. If it is not clear, you ask me the question. Whatever the question you are having, ask. True negatives, false negatives, false positives, and true negative. Whatever it is. 4. If you are having any questions, ask me. Anyone has any questions, please ask me. Again, I will erase this one. I have to write the next one. So I can't redo. Again, I can't explain this one. If you are having the questions now itself, please ask. Online students and offline students. The data set was selected by you and just I'm writing this one. Same thing I will write in the Python also. Automatically, just by writing one line of code, I will get everything. Clear? Little confusion on true negatives. True negatives are same as true negative. You are using the word called as negative. Negative means whatever you are predicting. The second word says whatever you are predicting. Right? Whether you are predicting in the positive way means positive, negative way means negative. Whatever you are predicting, that you have to write in the second one. Sorry, guys. Actual positive. Sorry, I have done a mistake. False positive means predicted positive. Falsely predicted positive. That is the meaning. Sorry, my mistake, this one. So actual should be negative and predicted should be positive. And this is quite opposite. Actual should be negative and actual should be positive and predicted should be negative. This word, whatever the second word is that is your prediction word. First word says whether you are doing correct or wrong. Second word indicates what you are predicting. 2 words are there. One is called as true or false. Second word says that positive or negative. The second word says whatever you have predicted. Right? Sorry. Please recheck, redo once again. My mistake. Now this is with respect to how many records? 2 records, and this is 5 records. Thank you, Pawan. Actually, my mistake. Is that clear? So remember, 2 words are there, out of which the second word is your predicted word. First word is whether you have done the correct thing or wrong thing. Second word says that whatever you have predicted. Your predicted word is the second word. First word says that whether you have correctly predicted or wrongly predicted. Everything says about the prediction only. Is that clear? Pawan, is your question is clear now? Done? Now, so let us create a confusion matrix based on this. Let us create for the given data set a confusion matrix. Data set I'm going to take as this, and for the same data set I'm explaining the confusion matrix now. Confusion matrix, one side I'm going to take actual side, one side I'm going to take the predicted side. So actual, predict. Where first word I'm going to take as positive word, second one I'm going to take negative. And this side also I'm going to write positive and negative. Now what is this particular cell is called as actual positive, and predicted also positive. How many values are there with that? Earlier you have written, which is called as, the same thing is called as true positive. How many are there values? 2 values. Now, this is with respect to called as actual. Tell me what is actual? Actual is negative. Predicted is positive. Your predict is positive. So what you have predicted? You have predicted positive. Whether you have predicted rightly or wrongly? Wrongly. So it is called as FP. How many FPs are there in our data? 2 are there. Right? Now, this cell belongs to actual of positive, predicted of negative. Whenever I discuss actual, you have to see in this direction. Which side actual is that direction you have to see. Whenever I say predict, which direction predict is that direction you have to see, that particular row. Right? Now, this particular cell belongs to actual positive and predicted as negative. So, what you have predicted? What you have predicted? Negative you have predicted. Now, whether it is correct or wrong one? Wrong one. So, it is called as false negative. Right? Now, how many are there? Those records? 5 records are there. Next, actual negative, predicted also negative. How many? Now, what you are predicting? Negative you are predicting. Whether it is correct or wrong? Correct. So, it is called as TN. This part is called as TN. And how many records are there? 1 record. Now, if you write total of this one, that is 2 plus 2. What is total? 4. Means what is your predicted total? 4 positives. If you want, you can check. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 positives you have predicted. Number satisfies? How many negatives you have predicted? Means 6 negatives. Prediction of total. That is 5 plus 1. 6. This is total is 6. This is 5 plus 1. 6. So you have predicted 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 negatives are there. Now, if you do the total in this way, you are going to get 0, 2 plus 0, 5. That is 7 records you are going to get. What is this is called as? Total positives. Total positives are 7 are there. You can check in your column. 7 are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Total negatives. 3. If you check in your data, total predicted negatives. Actual negatives. 1, 2, 3. Is that clear? This direction says predicted values. This direction says actual values. Confusion matrix is clear? Now, don't write. Now, if it is clear, I'm going to take one more example. Now, in this example, what I'm going to do is, so I have shown you with respect to which side I have selected actual, or better to write only. You can write 2 examples. What happens? No, it is not possible. Okay, done. Okay, so which side I have, if I consider this side actual, positives, negatives, And this side I have taken predicted positives, negatives. Now, whatever you have got, this one is called as TP, this one is called as FP, this one is called as FN, and this is called as TN. This is the previous example which we have completed. Now, let us go with the example number 2. This is example number 1. Keep this one side. Now, example number 2. This side I am taking predicted side. This side I am taking predict. Positive, negative. Okay. This side I am going to take actual. Positive, negative. This is example number 2. This example is more important. So I am erasing the previous example. Once again I have done. So please write it this one. This example, please write in your notes. First example, so that I can explain the second example. I will erase the first example and I will show you. Done? First example in your notes. Now, second example, example number 2. Let us go with example number 2. Now, in this example number 2, you have to write very detailed because the machine is going to predict the output in the example 2, not with example 1. So that is the reason I am focusing on the example 2, where this side I am going to consider the predict. This side actual. Okay, don't write simultaneously with me. After once it is completed, you will write everything clearly because in the Python code, this is the output it is going to show. If I give that this as the input data, I will get the output like this. What I am going to write now, it is going to be the same in the Python code, right? So now predict positive, predict negative. So first, whether it is going to select the positive word or negative word means first P will come or N will come. Which letter will come first in the alphabetical order? So that will be considered here. If the N comes first means first N has to take N. Okay, which letter comes first in the given categories alphabetical order, that will be selected. If you are having zeros and ones, which will come in the as per the numerical values 0 or 1. So that will be considered as 0. Right? I will explain with zeros and ones also. Okay. So now this is positive and negative. I am writing actual, positive, and actual negative. Now, tell me this cell, what is the actual one? Actual one. This side you have to see, which is positive. Predicted one? Predicted also positive. Now, what is this is called as? True positive. 3P. Why it is called as true positive? Because you have predicted the positive one, that too correctly you have predicted. Actual one and prediction one both are same, so it is called as TP. Now this one, this cell belongs to actual is positive, predicted is negative. Now what is this cell is called as? False negative, because you have predicted negative word, your prediction is negative and which is opposite, so it is called as FN. Right? Next, this one, this particular cell is actual is negative, and predicted is positive. Then what is this is called as? False positive, because you predicted positive and which is opposite, that is FP. Clear? Next, what is this one is called as? Actual negative, predict also negative. What is this is called as? True negative. In the interview, they'll ask what is meant by false positive means which was predicted as positively, wrongly predicted as positively. What is meant by false positive means which was wrongly predicted positively is called as false positive. Right? Falsely predicted positive. False positive word meaning is falsely predicted positive. False negative meaning is falsely predicted negative. True negative means truly predicted negative. TP means truly predicted positive. That is the meaning. The word meaning is that is. Is the clear meaning of the word? Now, we are having like this, 4 of them. Why they have kept the positive and why they have kept the word of true negative? It is clear right now. Now, in this data set, tell me how many are there with respect to true positives. Already you have written earlier. Separately, you have written that one. The same thing. Just these both has been interchanged their positions. 2 of them. Okay. This one is false negative. Falsely predicted as negative is 5. This one. 2. This one. 1. Just these both are interchanged. When we are having this both are interchanged means these both are will be interchanged. So you should not fix first one portion is TP, second portion is this one, third portion is this one. You should not fix like that. So now why you should not fix like that means I'm going to write one more example. Now this example I'm going to ask only one student. Not everyone don't reply. Only one particular student I'm going to ask. Actual side I'm going to take positive and negative and predict. Predicted side negative and positive. Now what is this? This is called as. This is first portion, second portion, third portion, fourth portion. You write in your notes first. You write in your notes. Don't tell outside. For this matrix, what is in the first portion? Which comes in the first portion? TP, FP, FN, TN. Only these 4. Out of these 4, fill the values. If this is the scenario, fill the values of the 4 positions. Fill. Done. Online students, type your answer using a list. In a list, write the 4 values using a comma. First one, second one, third one, fourth one. In a single cell, write the answer. Online students, using a list, write the answer, please. And offline students, I'm going to pick one student randomly. Everyone has written answer. Randomly, can I pick one student? As my choice is always with respect to the person who has taken the photo earlier. Who is the person who has taken earlier? Yeah. You have not written, miss. Let us see whether you have understood or not. Okay. Whether it is correct or wrong, later I will tell you. First, you tell the answers. Okay. I asked whether you have completed, miss. You told us now. What is the 4th one? What is left out? FP only, na? That is the only option. Okay. Now, others, last person, last spets. Is the answer is correct or you want to change? You have taken the second photo, right? Earlier example. Sit. Just tell me whether it is correct answer. Correct, na? So, anyone wants to change? Everyone feels this is correct? Okay. Let me check them. Predicted negative, NN. Predicted positive, PP. Okay. Opposite, F. Both are same T. Both are same T. Both are opposite F. Okay. Done. If both are same miss F, both are opposite miss, sorry, both are same miss T, both are opposite miss F. And whatever the predicted is there, NN. So simply you can write with respect to shortcut. As one of the student is asking shortcut to remember, wherever the predicted is there, with that predicted, negative is there, na, NN. P is there, na PP. These both are predicted. If both are same means T, both are opposite means F. F T, same, T, opposite, F. Is that clear? Shortcut. If you feel it is a shortcut means shortcut. Nothing means nothing. As per your choice. Is that clear? For any matrix, you can make like that. Anything, any matrix as per your choice. Example number 4. One more example I am writing. Now, this side you take actual, which is negative, positive. Now, predict. You take as negative, positive. Now, 4 values. You have to tell me the answer in 5 seconds. NN, PP. Same T, same T, opposite FF, completed. Just 5 seconds. 5 seconds also more. It is completed in 2 seconds only. Right? So like this, you can create as per your choice. Table as per your choice. Now, in the Python, whenever we import the confusion matrix function, it is going to give the output like this. The output will be with respect to this side, it is going to take prediction side, and this side, it is going to take actual side. So now write in your notes clearly this example. Choice is yours. If you want to take photo also, your choice. If you take photo means, I'll ask the questions. In the mock interview also, I will only select you only. If I select randomly also, your number only will come. I know how to play that technique. Choice is yours. If you want to take photo also, enjoy. Generally, all the 90% of the students are writing. Only one person is taking photo miss. He is special now. I am interested in special students generally. In a class, 90% of the students will not have any certification. Only one person will have the certification. Miss, automatically he is special. We'll give the job for him. In the real-time interviews also, always we'll try to take the special people only. We'll focus on the special people only. Not on the normal people. Is it clear, guys? Done? Everyone? Anyone has any question? Online students, please type your question. If you have any question on the confusion matrix, don't fix this is TP always. Don't fix this is TN always. Don't fix according to that. See the confusion matrix. In the confusion matrix, what side, in actual side, what is there? In the predicted side, what is there? That you have to see. You should not fix this portion is TP, this portion is FN, this portion is FP, this one is this one. You should not fix like that. Is that clear? Done? Now let us play actual game. Till now it is Lilliput only. Now actual thing starts. Precision, recall, sensitivity, specificity. Now actual confusion starts. Till now it is very easy. For the same data set, we'll do everything. Right? So now, confusion matrix is done. Now, first one, precision. Don't write precision. Just focus. Precision of positive is there. Precision of negative also is there. Similarly, recall of positive is there. Recall of negative also is there. Both are possible. Recall of positive and recall of negative. Recall of this one and everything. Right? Positive and negative. So, recall of positive and recall of negative. Concept is dead easy concept. The only thing is, total predicted positives on the downside because precision. You are working on the precision. Precision means how much precisely. Precision meaning is precise. Precise means how much accurately. So total predicted positives. Only you have to consider total predicted positives. Overall. Whether you have done a wrong thing or right thing, but predicted as positive. How many you have predicted positives? That is divided by you have to do. Out of which correctly predicted positives. Correctly predicted positives divided by overall predicted positives. So that is nothing but overall predicted positives is TP you have predicted positive only, FP also you have predicted positive only. Oppositely you have predicted but predicted as positive. TP and FP both you have predicted as positive, out of which TP is correct one, FP is a wrong one. This is the formula. Is that clear? That is called as precision of positive. Similarly, precision of negative. Total predicted negative. Total predicted negatives. That is nothing but TN you have predicted negative, FN also you have predicted negative only. But wrongly you have predicted. But you have predicted negative only. Out of which correctly predicted negative. Predicted negative. That is called as TN. Simple. Formula is that. Recall, here you have considered with the predicted values denominator. You have to take total actual positives. In the given data, how many actual positives are there? How many you have correctly predicted within that? Correctly, numerator will be same. Denominator, we are comparing with actual data, not with the predicted data. Actual positives. That is, how many actual positives are there? Actual positives are TP is actual positive. Along with that, FN is also actually positive, which was predicted negatively, but actually it is positive value. So, which out of which TP divided by TP plus FN. And correctly predicted negative divided by total actual negative. Recall compares with actual data, precision compares with predicted data. That is the only difference between both of them. Which is nothing but TN divided by TN plus FP. That's it. Okay. So if you write the formulas, I will show you the shortcut for that. First you write the formulas officially, and after that I will show you the shortcut for remembering purpose. How to remember easily. Completely you are taking photos. So in my imagination, something sounding differently, guy, for you. I will identify one day for you. Surely you are going to change. You'll never take the photos and every time you'll write. You'll change in the future. In front, there is Dash Festival. Is that clear, guys? Precision and recall. Precision means comparing with the predicted values. Recall means comparing with the actual values. That is the only difference between both of them. You know already TP values, TP and FP, everything you know, right? Already the values you have taken separately. Just fill that values here. Let us see the shortcut for remembering purpose. Draw the confusion matrix first. In the confusion matrix, automatically this is predict and this side actual I am considering. Positive, negative. This side positive, negative. And this is called as TP. This is called as FN. This is called as FP. And this is called as TN. Everyone has written earlier example, right? So this side predicted side and this side is actual side. So let me write clearly this one, because from based on this one, I have to explain, right? So actual, positive, negative, predict, positive and negative, right? Now this is called as TP, TN, FN and FP. Can you tell me the values? TP value, what is the TP value? 2, 5, 2, 1. Done? So now here, whatever the data is there, now total predicted positives. How many total predicted positives? Where FP? Predicted as positive. So predicted positive is P, predicted negative is N. What is the values? Predicted, right? Predicted negatives. Now total positives are, total predicted positives are, how many predicted as positively? Total 2 plus 2, 4. 4 was predicted. And total negatives, how many predicted? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 positives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 negatives predicted. Now, actual positives are 7. Actual negatives are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Negatives are 1, 2, and 3. Okay, done. Perfect. Overall 10 records. Right? So this is the confusion matrix along with the margins, Now, shortcut to remember is, now first precision. Precision you want means predicted side you have to consider. So this value divided by total. Whenever predicted side your precision is there, just you have to go with this one. So that is 2 divided by 4, which is nothing but 0.5 is the precision of positive. Similarly, precision of negative means this one divided by total of this one. Because predicted is on the horizontal, so you have to consider horizontal way. 0, 1 divided by 0, 6, 1 by 6, which is equal to 0. How much? 0.16 approximately, right? Now, if you want a recall of positive, this one with respect to this side, that is 2 by 7. Recall of negative is this one with respect to this side, that is 0, 1 divided by 0, 3. That is 2 by 7 is 0.7, 2 by 7 is 0.28 approximately, and this is 0.33 approximately. Is that clear? Recall and precision. Precision means you are checking with respect to horizontal direction. Which side precision is that side you have to take the precision. Which side recall, which side actual is that side you have to take the recall. Is that clear? Whichever you feel easy, that you remember. Whether you feel in earlier example, whatever I have explained, that one if you feel easy miss, go with that one. Whether if you feel this one miss, go with this one. Recall and precision, everything is clear. So now just I'm going to show you the same thing on the Python. Okay, I'm going to import pandas as PD. If you want to create an Excel sheet, means create an Excel sheet, or if you want to create directly data frame by using the pd.data frame, means create the data frame directly. Okay, if you create from the Excel sheet also the same answer, right? Data frame, where in the data frame, I'm going to use a dictionary, out of which one, first one I'm going to take actual underscore y colon. And what are the list of values? 10 values. What are the list of values? First one, what is the list in the data? So Wherever the word of positive is there, convert this one to 0 because the machine will not fit with this one. So we are going to do the encoding. Anyways, if you do the encoding, automatically alphabetical order only it will take. So positive will be considered as 0, negative will be considered as 1. So tell me with respect to like that. 0, 1, 1, 0. Hey, any one person please. One person only please. 0, 1, 1. 0, 0, 0, 0. Again, 8th one also 0. 9th one also 0. 1. Right? This is the original y. Comma. Now predicted y. Second one is predict underscore y is the column name. Where this column name I am going to consider. Okay. Now tell me with respect to what are the values. 1. Again 1. Fifth one is 1. Fifth one is 0. One, 1. Okay. I'm going to save it in a DF. Actual y and predicted y. Just please check the original data. Whatever I have written is correct or not. Once you please check. Otherwise, answers will be wrong, right? Your answers and my answers should match. Means both data should be the same first. Done? So, from sklearn, from sklearn dot metrics, import accuracy score. The first one is accuracy score. Okay. And accuracy score, whatever the accuracy score is there, accuracy underscore score of whatever the first variable. First variable is, this is the first variable, that is actual y, df bracket of actual y, comma, df of predicted y. These are the two columns I have to check. Predict underscore y. Sorry. Oh, predict spelling mistake. Huh? Yeah, I'm changing the predict. Is that clear? Accuracy have got the same answer. Misclassification is 1 minus of this one. So for misclassification, there is no separate function. Just you have to do 1 minus of that. Right? Next one is called as confusion matrix. From sklearn.metrics, you are going to import the confusion underscore matrix, and you are going to give the confusion underscore matrix and the same answer you have got. This side is called as actual side, and this side is called as predicted side. And where 0 and 1, 0 and 1. You have got the same in your matrix, and this matrix is same. Done. Now, next one is we are going to take the from sklearn.metrics, import the classification report. Classification underscore report. So don't worry about the Python coding part. So you can take the notes later of the Python coding. Don't worry about the Python coding. In every algorithm, we have to do all these things. So after practicing for multiple times, it will be very easy for you. First time it will be new for you, but every time if you practice for the same thing, you are writing 10 times, 20 times, means automatically it will be the same. So here I'm going to get confusion classification report. I'm going to use the print function. The first one, precision of 0, that is precision of positive. What is the precision of positive? 2 by 4, which is 0.5. Is that okay? Precision of negative. What is the precision of negative? 0.17. Is that okay? Similarly, precision of recall of positive. What is the recall of positive? 7 by 21. Sorry, 7 by 21 only. Sorry, 2 by 7. 2 by 7, which is equal to 0.28 something, which is equal to 0.29. If you open the calculator, 2 by 7. If you check 0.2857, since the third value is greater than 5, so it is going to make it round figure. Up to 2 decimals, it is considering. If it is considering up to 3 decimals, means 0.285 will be visible. Since it is considering up to 2 decimals, that one. So next one is recall of negative, which is 1 by 3, which is 0.3. Is that clear? The same answers you have got. So everything you are going to get by using this recall of positive and recall of negative, precision of positive and precision of negative, by simply using classification report. You don't need to do manual calculation. Here 10 records are there, we are doing manual calculation. Let us assume 10 lakh records are there. It is not possible, right? In the back end, just it is applying the condition wherever the df of predicted y is equal to 0. It will check like this. In the back end, it is just writing the conditions and it is identifying the filters, and based on that, it is dividing. That is the back end code of that one. Now, obviously, you will ask, what is this remaining, sir? Don't focus on the remaining part. Now, I have explained only this part for you. So just focus only on this part. Is this part is clear or not? If you have any questions on this part, you can ask. Precision and recall, and everything is clear. Now, next one is called as F1 score. F1 score is nothing but average value of mean of precision and recall. Mean of precision and recall is called as F1 score. For 0, the average of these two will be considered. For this one, the average of these two will be considered. That too, which mean? Harmonic mean. It is not going to apply arithmetic mean. It is going to apply harmonic mean. So we are having in the means, first one is called as arithmetic mean. Already we have seen in the statistics, and which you know, normal average, general average is called as arithmetic mean. Second one is called as weighted mean. Third one is called as geometric mean. And fourth one is called as harmonic mean. Total 4 types of means are there. Now, sir, what is the difference between all of them? Let us explain with a simple example. 100, before asking this question, before explaining this example, A plus B is equal to C. A plus B is equal to C. A is equal to C minus B. Is the condition satisfied? Now, if this condition, whatever the condition is there, I am using A as 100, B as 10%. Now, A plus 10%, that is 100 plus 10% of the 100, which is equal to 110. Right? Now, 100 is equal to 110 minus 10% of 110. That is 110 minus 11, 99. Whether 100 is equal to 99. You have told, right, A plus B is equal to C means automatically A is equal to C minus B, right? Now, as per this condition, it should be satisfied right here. This is, if this is correct, means this also should be correct, right? 100 should be equal to 99, right? This concept is applicable only if it is numbers. If you are working on the percentages or if you are taking the fractions, then this will not be applicable. Right? So in that case, for example, if you are going with respect to 10% plus 20% plus 30% divided by 3, if you take average, you will get as 20%, but it is not the actual answer. So whenever the percentages are there, we should not go. As example, let us take an example. There is a share value which is worth of 100 rupees. One share price is of 100 rupees. First year, we have got the 10% as the profit. 10% of the profit means actual value is 100 and it has increased it to 110. Then only you get the profit of 10 rupees, 10 divided by 100, which is called as 10%. Now, second year, you have got 20%. Now, 20% means from where it is rising. Second year, what is the starting point? This is the starting point of second year, right? Assume this is the January 1, 2022, December 31st, 2020. Now January, second year means January 1st of 2021 will be there. For 2021 year, this will be the input. Actual price is 110. 20% you have got profit means how much it has been improved? 132. Then only you'll get a profit of 22 divided by 100, which is nothing but the difference. Whatever the difference you are having, difference divided by actual price, which is 110. Then only you'll get with respect to 20%. Now in the third year, you have got a profit of 30%. That is from 132, 30% of 132, which is equal to 39 rupees. 39 rupees if you add means, which is equal to 161. So 161.6. If it is 161.6, then only you will get the 30% as the profit. Now if you take the average of all these things, that is 10 plus 20 plus 30 divided by 3 years. What is the average profit you have made means 20% is the average profit, but actually it has started from 102, it has ended with 161, which is nothing but 61.6 rupees you have got as the profit by 3 years, which is equal to 20.8 is the actual profit, not 20%. 20.8 is the actual answer. So when you are applying the arithmetic mean on these percentages, it is going to give a wrong answer. For this, we have to go with the geometric mean. In this case, we have to go with the geometric mean. Whenever there is a percentage concept is there, the percentage concept, we have to go with the geometric mean. That is square root of 10 into 20 into 30. This is the answer. That is square root of A, B, C. You should not do A plus B plus C divided by 3. You should not apply this one. You should apply cube root of A, B, C. 4 values are there means 4th root of A, B, C, D. 5 values are there means 5th root of A, B, C, D, E. 2 values are there means square root of AB. That is called as geometric mean. So geometric mean formula is nth root of number of values. Nth root of number of values. So if the values are 2 values are there means 2 root. If the values 3 values are there means cube root. If the values are 4 are there means 4th root. That is called as geometric mean. And in the mutual funds and in the finance sector, when we are estimating the profits and everything, here we have to apply with the concept called as geometric mean. We can't go with this one. Similarly, we are having with respect to F1 score. F1 score is the harmonic mean. Now, what is meant by harmonic mean means 2 divided by 1 by A plus 1 by B. This is called as harmonic mean, which is equal to 2 divided by A plus B divided by AB, which is equal to 2AB divided by A plus B. F1 score works on the harmonic mean of the precision and recall. A is precision and B is recall. So whatever the F1 score you are seeing, F1 score is equal to 2 into precision into recall divided by precision plus recall. That is the F1 score formula. Actually, it is applying the back end harmonic mean of the both of them. Because when you have to apply harmonic mean means when we are going in the opposite direction. So when we have to go with the harmonic example is, let us take an example of harmonic mean. How I have explained this example for you, share the similar way I'll explain for you. So if you want, you can check the cube root. If you apply the cube root of ABC, that is cube root of 10 into 20 into 30, if you apply, you will get the answer as 20.8 only. Right? If you want, you can check. After the class, you can please check. Square root of 600. 600 only. Yeah? Cube root of 6,000. Sorry. Cube root of 6,000. Cube root of 6,000 is 20.8 approximately. Right? Now, coming to the harmonic mean. What is meant by harmonic mean and when you have to apply means, for example, let us assume there is one person is walking on the road. He is standing here and he is walking on the road like this, or he is moving on a car. Walking or moving on a car, whatever example you want. Now, he is moving at a 60 kilometers per hour speed. If it is a car means 60 hours per kilometer, he is moving in this direction. Now, the wind, there is a wind, right? Wind is also on the same direction. Wind is also on the same direction and car body also moving on the same direction. The average speed he is maintaining is 60 kilometers per hour. Now wind is in this direction, but car is moving in this direction. Now he is coming in the opposite direction with 40 kilometers per hour. Now what is the average kilometer he is maintaining? First one is 60, second time is 40, divided by 2, which is 50 kilometers, which is a wrong answer. Because both are them in the opposite directions. In this case, you have to apply the harmonic mean. So real life example is swimming is there, right? Swimming competition. In the swimming competition, they'll go with the stroke and anti-stroke. Stroke means with respect to forward motion. The hands, they'll move in the forward direction and they'll swim in the forward motion. Anti-stroke means they have to use their hands in the reverse direction. And they have to move their body in this way. Means the head will be in this direction and body movement also in this direction means it is called as stroke. If the head is in this direction and they are coming in the opposite direction means then it is called as anti-stroke. Right? Now, in this case, swimming competitions, they are going to take the average of both of them. What is the forward and what is the negative? Hands, they will move in the backward direction, not in the forward direction. Right? Then in the swimming competition, whatever the hands they are moving in the forward direction, the speed will be different. If the hands are rotating in the opposite direction, the speed will be different. You can't apply in that case the average of forward direction, the average of the negative. That is, for example, the person is swimming in 2 kilometers per hour in the forward direction. In the negative direction, 1 kilometer per hour means you can't go with respect to 2 plus 1 divided by 2, which is 1.5 kilometers he has swimmed. You can't say like this. So in that case, we have to go with the harmonic mean. All the swimming competitions will work on the harmonic mean. So whenever you are working on the opposite directions, you have to go with the harmonic mean. So here the precision and record are calculated oppositely. One is corrected with respect to predicted values. One is estimated based on the actual values. So that is the reason we have to apply the harmonic mean. The reason behind that is this one. Okay. So the formula of F1 score is 2 into precision into recall divided by precision plus recall. So here the precision value is this one. That is 2 into 0.5 into, 2 into 0.5 into 0.29. That is 0.29 divided by 0.5 plus 0.29. That is 2 into 0.5 into 0.29 divided by 0.5 plus 0.29. That is nothing but 0.79. So 0.29 divided by 0.79 divided by 0.79, which is equal to 0.3670. Is that clear? It is not the average of these two. If you apply directly the average, you will get with respect to approximately 0.5 plus 0.29 divided by, 0.5 plus 0.29 divided by 2 means 0.395 should be there. It is not the arithmetic mean. It is the harmonic mean. Is that clear? So F1 score is the harmonic mean of precision and recall. Done? So we'll stop here and we'll continue on the next day with respect to true positives and false positives. True positive rate, false positive rate, true negative rate, false negative rate, and sensitivity, specificity. That we'll discuss in the next class.